So I'm up to the bull player, and I notice, damn, I'm connected almost to this set. And if I'm connected, that guy already has an edge on me on black pieces. Does that matter? Which is to say, if I play a black piece, that will increase how many I have. But it'll do something else too. Or if I play a black piece here, it increases my bidding power, as it were, in the long run. But right now, I've got 3 in my hand. That's pretty powerful. I don't think I can get beaten easily there. So what I'm going to... yes, I may draw another one, but I may draw another one anyway. So what I play doesn't really cost me as long as I play my black pieces here. Of course, if I win, then I only have 1 black piece, and I've perhaps used up all my pieces. And I could be put in an ugly position, say if lion connects me, where, I've got to go first out of the people. In fact, I'm sitting in a bad seat versus the vase there. And that's the kind of thing, seating position may be important in this, it seems. Okay, but what I want to do is I want to grab this. I think that's the best I can do. And the way I'm going to do that is I don't want to create a kingdom yet, because then I won't... Actually, I can't create a kingdom with this. Yeah, I could, but then I wouldn't get the point. So I'm playing this, grabbing myself a green cube, and then playing the green dude to hook this up. Now my kingdom has 2 treasures in it, and I have to take one of them. I don't think it really matters too much which one I take, but I'm going to take this one because it's further from my green dude. So that gets me 2 scores a little more easily than I otherwise would. Both black and green have played towards the 4 blocks here. Black and green, yeah. Vase and arrow, I'm going to have real trouble thinking not in terms of colors. It's fine while I'm playing, but in speaking, it's really tough. But anyway, the black vase and the green arrow are looking at trying to establish monuments in this central kingdom. Now we're on the lion, and the lion says, I got a couple of things I'm interested in. One, I'm kind of worried. This has 3. My kingdom has 5. I'm stronger. But how about I make myself stronger yet? First of all, I open up. I want my lion to grab me another cube. And then I'm going to play this blue. I get no point off of it, but it's going to be my connection. I've just connected 2 kingdoms, made my red more powerful than anything on the board by a lot, which means I'll win any external conflict. Now, somebody could still jump in and attack me, but I've got 4 around me. That's as strong a hand as I can have for my red, so I feel very confident here. Well, now I get to call out there are 2 conflicts between green pieces and between black pieces. And I get to decide what order they're going to be played in. I don't really much care. Except that the kingdom will get smaller if I do the green first. Does that matter? What if I did the black first? Well, there are no black pieces, so that's not really a risk. The kingdom could get smaller if I do green first. In fact, it's going to get smaller no matter what than it looks. So I'm going to do the blacks first, and I'm going to force them to fight their challenge. Well, donkey goes before vase. This is going to be forced here. Donkey has no blacks. The best he could do is tie the 3 against him. He's not going to go for it. Is the vase want to throw an extra black thing in? It doesn't help him win, but it might get rid of a piece he wants. Probably not. So the donkey's gone. That means there's less red now than there would be. The donkey goes over here. And let's see. The black vase gets a cube, one black cube, for having won that fight. He didn't remove any other pieces. Now we go to the greens. And the greens is again the donkey facing off against the arrows. The donkey has 2. The arrows have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do they want to expend some? I've got a lot of green cubes, but I want to set up my thing, so I would rather not expend. So this goes away, but his supporters do too. And that gives me 3 more green cubes there as a victory. The donkey has taken a big beating here, and those just go out of the game for now. And now the kingdom's changed shape again, right? I don't think anything significant other than that happened. I get to draw my pieces. Well, the donkey wants to fight. So he drops his piece back in here. He's got 3 temples. Temples are what are important on this civil war. He's going to fight against our friend the vase here. Okay. Well, this works a little differently. And what, the winner gets 1 piece? If this goes... Yeah. Okay. So he goes in here, and he's now back 1 against the vase. He's going to play 3 temples. That puts him at 6. The vase is at 4. The vase only has to drop 2 temples in order to tie, which is sufficient to win. Does he want more? I don't know. I don't think so. So I think he'll drop all 4 on this. Which means the donkey's chased back off. This was his one of his 2 plays. And that piece goes here. And all these temples are expended. Now they're going to get refreshed. But before that happens, donkey gets another play. Now we're in a tough position here. I'm on the vase. He was planning on building this out. He's got a black piece. But he does that and he gets rid of all his support in his area. Doesn't really want to do that, does he? I'm not sure what to do. I think what I'd rather do at this point is drop a blue piece. Well, no one else has black support. How lucky do I feel? Well, it's time to roll a die, because I know what the pieces are out on the board. And I know there's people with a lot of black pieces, but I also know what else they might want to do. Yeah, he feels lucky. He's going to play a black piece here. And he gets to control the building of this temple. Or monument, actually. The red things are temples. And he gets to pick either a black or a blue one. I'm sorry, a green, red, or blue. Well, there's players who have all the others. So he'll drop this one in play. I think this was probably a mistake. But he's going to get a black piece every turn. Now that just made his kingdom more valuable to everyone else. That's kind of a risky proposition. He could easily lose it. But probably not to someone dropping in here. He's still got a couple of red pieces to throw in. And he's got some power. So we'll see. It also makes putting a blue piece here, which is the other thing he was considering doing, very valuable. The problem is somebody else could have built this, wiped out his power base. And it's the danger in building those 4 sets or coming close to it. Someone else can build the monument for you. And now we see a shift of power as the arrow moves his blue piece down here and grows this. He wants that 1 buck per turn or 1 blue piece per turn bonus. And this is a fairly defensible position. The problem is this kingdom was built and optimized for blue, which is why he built another blue piece anyway. So the lion jumps in there. This is sort of his starting kingdom anyway, or part of it was his. And he adds a blue piece. He needed blue points as well. Not sure how far down we are here. There's still a lot of tokens left, so I don't think there's a great race to make sure you have balance. But it's kind of nice not to be in this kind of position where you have only 2 colors set up for you. Whipping this time around, we see the donkey pushing down to the river, trying to build up his own, rebuild his own little home here. The problem is you don't really own things in this game. You can get toppled from your control or whatever, so that's not really necessarily the best move. It's just he needs some black pieces. Where else was he going to get them? Well, some other people found where else's that they like. Our pottery ended up building this green temple. So now he's producing 2 black pieces a turn with that. Oops, I forgot to give other people their due. Blue and green are both the bow, and I forgot to give them their pieces for the production on their turn. The bow ended up building up here, getting itself a black position, and they're looking to challenge against this. Now what's kind of cool here, he can play black pieces and gain black cubes, but it's probably more important or as valuable to just use these in an attack. By the way, this guy actually threw some of his pieces in. He's looking to try to get some black pieces to defend himself here. He doesn't have any and he's in trouble. So anyway, it's probably better to just right out attack than to build up a black platform, except for one thing. That attack is expended when you do it. The platform, he's getting cubes, okay, but that may not matter because this produces a couple per turn. But, and in a sense, the fact that he built the green platform weakened his green position, the arrow's green position. So now, well, the potter isn't going to get it, but it made the lion, who's the big green guy in the area, kind of a little bit more dangerous. What the lion's doing, built up his own area with a little black thing. Again, he's also trying to seize in and, merge the kingdoms so that that kind of power takes place. We'll see. And now blue surges in. The donkey surges in to try to get control of the blue power in this overall thing. Now, here's the problem. Blue isn't what he really needs. Blue's what he's strongest at. Of course, by weakening other people's blue, he may be able to make it better than his, he may be able to weaken other people in blue more than his weakest spot. But that seems a little iffy at this point. But the reason he's doing this is he's got a decent number of blue pieces in his hand. He grew, he took another cube. Now he's going to attack. Now he's at +1 against the arrow. He's going to drop 2 more in. Basically, he chases someone out, maybe breaks apart their kingdom a little bit. And overall, that can just be good as far as he can see. Now over here, well, this guy doesn't have the ability to challenge. He was already at +1, now he's at +3. The arrow's not going to win this, so he's pulled out. And in addition, 3 of his blue tiles go as well, which means that's 4 blue tile pieces went. We'll take a big blue cube for that. Nothing else was combined there. Now I got to keep an eye out because we've got 2 treasures here. So when the arrow player goes, his merchant will be getting a bonus piece from that. But now a lot of pieces get to come back into his hand. And now we've got a challenge of the arrow going against the potter. He wants to make that addition of black pieces. He's got 2. That's 2 more than the potter has. Here's the iffy thing. How much of this does he want to spend? I feel like 2 is pretty much de rigueur. 4 pieces seems reasonable. He may want to hold one. He doesn't terribly want to play black pieces. Having one in reserve might be good. So, yeah, he's going to do that as his situation. And he doesn't have any blacks, so he can't win this. He's defeated. I get 1 more black cube. Now I'm also going to collect the black cubes here. Blue got 1 from theirs as well. But that was my 2 plays. So yeah, I just collect. Let's see, this is the archer. Now, he didn't expand here, but he's going to be able to grab one of these. He'll take the further away one. He'll take, whoa, he's going to be able to grab 2 of these. He only has to leave 1. This goes away. As does this. We'll replace this here. Now, what are his bonus pieces for the turn? He's got black and he's got green, so he's going to get 2 blacks and a green. And I'm going to have to start exchanging these little guys for bigger guys soon, because the pool of little guys is getting kind of small. Well, now we go to the lion, and he's saying, well, he just made a challenge on him. Granted, it's in black pieces. Do I think I could win a fight with black? Well, I don't have any black, but I have a lot of red pieces. What if instead, I just move over there? Yeah? All right. Now we've got a rebellion type challenge between these two, and he's only got 1. I've got 4. Again, well, I may not want to spend all of those. 1 seems pretty decent. I'll go with that as my strategy. I'm only going to spend 1 of my red pieces, which means I'm at 5. If he had 4 in his hand, he could prevent this, but he only has 3. So that's kind of a lucking out there, right? And yes, I'm not really paying attention to what these what people have in their hands. So I'm actually doing this kind of fairly. Now I get another play though. Don't know what I want to do. I knew I wanted to grab that. I got people who have lost challenges I want to look for. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what I want to do. Here, I'd like to hook these up and do a challenge on green. Collect those points for green. So what can I build here? It doesn't really matter, but I'd like to build something that I already have a decent number of tokens for. Now, adding this, do I have more reds? Yeah, I have more reds than the bow does too. So I think overall this is pretty good for me. We'll see how that works. Alright, so now I get to choose which fight to do first. I'm going to do the red fight first. Temples, and I have 3, 4, 5 temples, whereas the bow has only 4. Or no, sorry, 3. So I'm at +2 on temples. I am going to kick both of them in. That puts me at +4 on temples. Right? He still doesn't have enough to beat that. That's not him, is it? Yeah, it's him. So he's going to fall along with his supporters. Oh, I didn't want to do it in that order. So I wanted to do the green first. It's too late now, but it does give me 3 more red pieces. But that is not how I wanted to handle this. I wanted to kick off the green first. I just didn't think about how I'm going to end up separating the world. Now we have we don't have a problem. These can't go. Where were they? They were like this. These don't go because they're next to someone. So actually I got to give a couple of those red back. Forgot about that rule. So I do still get 2 because I'm linked through there. Alright. Uh-oh. I'm going to lose in blue though against him, it looks like. Well, such is life. But before I do that, I was hoping to win the green battle. Well, I want to fight the green battle because I want to open it up to myself, I guess. I'm not really sure how this is all going to work. But let's see where we end up. Wow. So I've got 5 green tokens and he's got 3. So I'm +2. I go up to +3, and we're back on the bow. He can't win it. He doesn't really want to play this, but he'll throw it to get rid of it. And he's gone along with all his supporters, which is 1, 2, 3. So we've separated things up some more. That's 4 green tokens I get for winning that battle. Okay, well, that's taken care of. Black didn't exist. I've taken care of red. I've taken care of green. All that's left is blue. I've got a blue fight to do. I got 4 to 5. I can't win this. Does the donkey want to throw some blues? Yeah, he's not really thrilled with having all those blue pieces. He'll throw them. Now you can see the bag's getting smaller and people are just chucking stuff away. He's going to fall, but he takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces down with him, which means the donkey gets another 5. And this whole kingdom's just been dissolved in this war. It didn't really conquer the other side. It may seem like one side did against the other in some ways, but the resulting, social chaos or whatever, trying to put my spin on how this is actually working, caused it all to disintegrate. So he didn't get his green that he wanted to have in place. He doesn't really want to place outside of here because this is a very powerful position to be in as a green dude, although he would like to be gaining the bonuses of being the green dude here, but it no longer connects. He won't get the treasures anymore. So what's his second play? Well, he doesn't have a lot of pieces left. He'll put a blue dude back here and grab himself, I guess, a blue square. He's short on those anyway. And what did he get? Well, he ends up with black, so he's going to get 2 blacks and nothing else. And you can see the whole topography, well, maybe the topology too, but it changed with this, drastic play here in this attack. I've got to replenish a lot of cards, a lot of pieces, etc. But I'm going to be over here, and I'll load this video up because it's gone well long enough.